Joe Duffy's Picks, offshoreinsiders.com with your free Thursday night NFL side selection and a preview of all your games from a betting standpoint. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Offshore Insider. Remember, there's no S there because of the limited characters, but the website is offshoreinsiders.com with an S. Joe Duffy's Picks, college football side and total for Thursday, 82-50 in football since the preseason. You got 4 Saturday college. Football Wise Guy plays 3 Sunday. NFL led by a Wise Guy play at offshoreinsiders.com. Now let's take a look at your Thursday night NFL. The Chiefs versus the Broncos. Kansas City laying 3 with a total 46.5. A short week angle says go with the better team under specific circumstances. That would favor the Chiefs at 63-33. But yet, we do have a nice NFL bubble burst angle that is 63-44 that says favor Kansas City, fading teams off of their first loss under very specific circumstances. Also, a turnover table angle is 560-425. That would favor the Raiders. Go with the worst, basically it says go with the worst turnover ratio because turnovers in the NFL are regression in the mean and teams can make corrections. Oakland is the better defense in terms of yards per game allowed, 349.8 to 378.2. Oakland just the third defense, though, in NFL history with no interceptions through 6 games. We think that's a little bit more of an outlier. So that's, really as much bad fortune. Alex Smith, 9-1 straight up in his career to the Raiders with an impressive 105.9 passer rating. Meanwhile, Derek Carr, 68.1 passer rating to Kansas City. Lowest of any team he's faced more than once. Kansas City has won 10 in a row straight up on the road. Chiefs are 5-1 against the spread, best record in the league, but just the 5th best against the spread margin at plus 6.7. Still, more of our metrics go with the home underdog on Oakland. So Oakland is your free winner. It's the marquee game and not necessarily the strongest game to bet from a handicapping standpoint. Louisiana Lafayette and Arkansas State. Arkansas State laying 12.5 with a total of 65. Arkansas State 6th in the nation in terms of spread margin. They're 4-1 at plus 12.2 points per game. That means they cover by an average of 12.2. Some of you may know it as the sweat barometer. UL Lafayette over 4-2, but by 15.9 points per game. For those who believe in double-digit rivalry dogs, this is actually a pretty big rivalry. Maybe a lot of people don't know that. And in fact, the double-digit dog is 5-0 in the series. ULL played very well against high-powered offenses like Arkansas State that are similar to Arkansas State, Idaho, and Texas State. Lafayette, their 3rd game in 12 days, while ASU, those last 3 games were spread over 15 days. ULL will likely have Anthony Nunez make his 2nd consecutive start at quarterback. Raging Cajuns have a rising star in Elijah Mitchell, but he is out, looks like for the year. So he'll be missed. 42 carries, 257 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Houston hosting Memphis. Houston laying 3 with a total of 59. Houston's gone under all 6 games this year by an average of 12.8 points per game. 3rd best under team in the nation based on that latter statistic. Last 2 games in the series have been decided on the final play. In fact, each of the last 3 games have been wild and going down to the wire. Even the game that didn't go to the final play still did. Houston's outscored Memphis in those 3 games by a 107-106 margin. Tougher turnaround for Memphis, which handed Navy their first loss last week. The Houston that was stunned by a bad Tulsa team. So maybe they need the more time to make necessary adjustments. Houston ranks 16th in passing efficiency defense, with Memphis quarterback Riley Ferguson averaging more than 300 passing yards per game and 3rd in the nation with 19 touchdown passes. Now, Memphis is 11-0 in the regular season in 9 Saturday games straight up, but just 4-9 against the spread. Remember, at offshoreinsiders.com, we have the world's best sports books, thoroughly vetted and approved. MyBookie.ag just among them. Use the promo code Duffy, and you get the largest sign-up bonus that they allow. Promo code Duffy, D-U-F-F-Y. That is free money that you can spend immediately. And for example, 5dimes.eu, one of our latest and improved sports books. If you open up an account at 5dimes, you'll see you'll have a pull-down menu. Please say you heard about it at offshoreinsiders.com, sports betting podcast that helps keep these podcasts for free. That will help us a great deal. And make sure you visit offshoreinsiders.com for the best picks.